The Good Boy's Guide to Being Good, Master Your Humans and Live Your Best Puppin Life is a delightful voyage into the heart and mind of dogs, penned by the witty and insightful Brussels Sprout. With a keen understanding of the human-dog connection, Sprout opens a window to the world of canine wisdom, charmingly challenging us to see life through a wagging tail's perspective. Join Sprout on this enlightening journey, where each page is a paw print of friendship, every chapter a treasure trove of timeless advice, all wrapped in the unconditional love that defines a good boy's life. Chapter 1: Understanding Human Behavior. In this chapter of The Good Boy's Guide to Being Good, Brussels Sprout delves into the fascinating world of human behavior from a canine perspective. He begins with a quote that beautifully encapsulates the essence of human-dog interactions. To live the Puppin life, you must first understand the curious ways of your human companions. Brussels Sprout deftly navigates the complexities of human emotions, sharing anecdotes that offer unique insights. He emphasizes the importance of empathy, stating, "A tilt of the head, a wagging tail, or a comforting nuzzle can do wonders to soothe the weary hearts of your humans." One particularly enlightening section of this chapter is when Brussels Sprout highlights the power of body language. He mentions an interesting study that reveals humans rely heavily on non-verbal cues, just as we do in the canine world. A simple paw on the leg can convey more warmth than 1,000 barks. Sprout doesn't shy away from the challenges, either. He notes that humans have a curious habit of bringing strange things into the house, like vacuum cleaners and umbrellas. He suggests, gently introduce yourself to these odd contraptions. Your calm demeanor can reassure your humans that there's no danger, even if the vacuum monster roars to life. Continuing on this theme, Brussels Sprout encourages us to be mindful of our barking, quoting an ancient proverb, "Barking at everything only dulls the impact when there's a real reason to alert your humans." He advises moderation and offers a hilarious personal anecdote of mistakenly barking at a friendly neighbor squirrel. As this chapter concludes, Brussels Sprout reminds us of the joys of fetch and playtime, stating, "Never underestimate the happiness you bring to your humans when you're chasing after that tennis ball or bringing back the stick. It's like you're saving the world one toss at a time." Stay tuned for Chapter 2, where we'll explore the art of effective communication between humans and dogs, featuring Sprout's timeless wisdom and actionable tips. Chapter 2: The Language of Tail Wags and Ear Twirls. This chapter is a delightful journey into the subtleties of tail wags, ear twirls, and the unspoken language that binds us. Sprout begins with a wagging tail, a universal symbol of joy and excitement for dogs. He quotes renowned dog behaviorist, Dr. Patricia McConnell, "A tail can tell 1,000 tales." Brussels Sprout emphasizes the significance of the tail wag, explaining that different types of wags convey distinct emotions. A slow, gentle wag often means curiosity, while a rapid, full-body wag signifies sheer happiness. But be cautious, a tucked tail indicates fear or submission, and it's crucial to comfort your human when they're feeling like that. Ears also play a crucial role in canine communication. Sprout shares an insightful fact: humans might not be able to swivel their ears like us, but they're quite attuned to our ear movements. He suggests that when you're unsure about something, a slight tilt of the head or a perked-up ear can convey curiosity and interest, sparking human engagement. Did you know that a direct gaze is a sign of trust among dogs? Sprout highlights this in an engaging way, saying, "When you look into your human's eyes, you're saying, 'I trust you, and you can trust me too.' It's like a secret handshake, but with eyes." He also mentions the famous puppy dog eyes and cites a study showing that humans find this expression nearly irresistible. Sprout doesn't shy away from discussing misunderstandings, either. He shares an amusing personal experience. "Once, I tried to communicate my hunger by staring at my human's sandwich. But instead of sharing, they just laughed and said, 'Oh, you're too cute.'" Remember, sometimes humans need a bit more direct communication, like a gentle paw on the leg to remind them of mealtime. This chapter concludes with a heartwarming reminder of the power of touch. A paw on the hand, a head resting on the lap, these simple gestures forge strong bonds between us and our humans. It's our way of saying, I'm here for you, just as you're here for me. Stay tuned for Chapter 3, where we'll explore the art of patience, offering insights on how to wait for those belly rubs and treats, while sharing some adorable stories of waiting done right. Chapter 3, The Virtues of Patience, Waiting with Wagging Tails. In this captivating chapter of The Good Boy's Guide to Being Good, Brussels Sprout delves into the virtue of patience, a skill that every dog must master for a truly fulfilling puppin life. He opens with a quote from the legendary dog trainer, Cesar Millan: "Patience is the key to a well-behaved and contented dog-human relationship." Sprout begins by highlighting the daily challenge we all face, waiting for treats and belly rubs. He shares a charming story. "One day, I patiently waited by the treat jar, staring at it with unwavering hope. And you know what? My human finally gave in, couldn't resist my adorable persistence." He encourages fellow dogs to find their own way to express patience, whether it's a subtle paw tap or a focused gaze. The author brings up the concept of delayed gratification, referencing the famous marshmallow experiment. Sprout quotes from the study: "The dogs who waited longer for the second treat showed better impulse control." He cleverly points out, "Remember, it's not just about the treat, it's about the joy of knowing you can wait and earn something even better." But patience isn't just about treats. Sprout explores the art of waiting for walks, a subject that every dog is familiar with. He quotes from the book, Walks and Wagging Tails, a guide for canines, saying, "The moment that leash comes out, our excitement can get the better of us. But a patient sit or a calm demeanor will make the experience more enjoyable for both you and your human." He shares a heartwarming story of a particularly satisfying walk he had after a period of calm waiting, proving that patience pays off. Brussels Sprout also emphasizes patience when it comes to understanding our humans. He quotes a wise old dog: "Humans have their own pace, their own struggles. A little patience on our part goes a long way in making their lives better." He shares an example of a time when he sensed his human's stress and chose to lie quietly nearby, providing comfort in a challenging moment. This chapter wraps up with a warm reminder: patience isn't just a virtue, it's the key to building strong bonds with our humans. It shows them that we respect their pace and that we're always ready to share our joy with them. Keep an eye out for Chapter 4, where we'll dive into the world of play, learning how to have fun while maintaining good behavior and showing love for our humans. Chapter 4, Playing with Purpose, Unleash Fun and Love. He opens with an inspiring quote from the renowned dog trainer and author, Karen Pryor: "Play is the language of dogs, and it's through play that we strengthen our bond." Sprout begins by celebrating the sheer joy of playtime. He shares a heartwarming story, saying, "One of my fondest memories is when my human and I played fetch in the park. The sun was shining, and the world felt perfect as I chased that tennis ball, knowing my human was right there with me, sharing in the excitement." He encourages all dogs to find their own version of this blissful play, whether it's chasing a ball, a game of tug-of-war, or even a good old belly rub session. But it's not just about having fun. Sprout emphasizes the importance of play with a purpose. He quotes from the book Canine Cognition, Unlocking the Human-Dog-Mind Connection, saying, "Play is a powerful tool for learning and strengthening the bond between dogs and humans." He shares a fascinating example: when we play, we engage our minds, sharpen our senses, and learn valuable lessons about cooperation and communication. Sprout acknowledges that sometimes humans might not fully understand our play cues. He shares a comical story: "Once, I tried to engage my human in a game of chase me around the table. They didn't quite get the rules and just laughed, but it was a joyful moment of shared energy." He advises fellow dogs to be patient with their humans, showing them what kind of play makes tails wag with delight. The chapter takes a heartwarming turn as Sprout delves into the concept of love expressed through play. He says, "When we play with our humans, we're not just chasing a toy, we're showing them that we enjoy their company, that we love spending time with them." He shares a touching quote from the book, Paws and Hearts, A Guide to Unconditional Love, which beautifully captures this sentiment: "A wagging tail, a joyful bark, or a playful nudge, these are our ways of saying, 'I love you, and I'm grateful for every moment we share.'" This chapter wraps up with a playful challenge. Let's bring more play into our lives, and in doing so, let's create moments of joy, love, and connection that will be cherished forever. Stay tuned for Chapter 5, where we'll explore the fine art of being a good boy in various situations, from meeting new friends to mastering basic commands, all while maintaining our unique canine charm. Chapter 5, The Good Boy's Guide to Mastering Life's Adventures. This chapter is all about being the best version of ourselves, from meeting new friends to mastering those essential commands that make our humans proud. Sprout starts by reminding us of the importance of making new friends, both canine and human. He quotes a wise saying, "A friendly wag and a curious sniff can open doors to beautiful friendships." He shares an endearing story, saying, "I once met a new friend at the park. With a playful bow and a gentle wag, we quickly became pals, and our humans exchanged delighted smiles." He encourages fellow dogs to approach new friends with open hearts and a wagging tail, showing that making connections is as simple as a friendly sniff. Next, Sprout tackles the art of mastering basic commands. He emphasizes the importance of commands like sit, stay, and come, which not only ensure our safety but also make our humans proud. He quotes a famous dog trainer, "Training isn't just about rules, it's about building trust and understanding between dogs and humans." Sprout shares a personal experience. "When I mastered the sit command, my human's face lit up with joy, and I felt like I had just won a golden biscuit." He encourages all dogs to practice patience, listen to their humans, and approach training with enthusiasm. But it's not just about following commands. Sprout also talks about the magic of being ourselves. He says, "Our unique personalities are what make us special. Whether you're a playful pup or a calm companion, embrace who you are." He shares a heartwarming quote from the book, "Being a Good Boy, Embracing Our Canine Nature," which resonates with every dog. Being good doesn't mean losing your authentic self, it means shining brightly in your own canine way. Sprout rounds off this chapter by celebrating the wonderful moments we share with our humans. He quotes from the book, Paws and Hearts, A Guide to Lifelong Bonds, saying, "Every walk, every game, every moment of cuddling on the couch, these are the threads that weave the beautiful tapestry of love between dogs and humans." He shares a touching story of a rainy day, when he and his human found comfort in each other's company, proving that the bond between a good dog and their human is unbreakable. Stay tuned for the final chapter, where we'll reflect on the incredible journey of being a good boy and offer a paw full of timeless wisdom to live our best Puppin life. Chapter 6, Living Your Best Puppin Life, Timeless Wisdom and Unconditional Love. This chapter is a heartfelt conclusion, celebrating the incredible journey of being a good boy and emphasizing the power of unconditional love. Sprout begins by reflecting on the journey we've taken together, from understanding human behavior to mastering the language of tail wags, practicing patience, embracing play, and becoming the best version of ourselves. He quotes from the book's introduction, "Being a good boy is more than just following rules, it's about building a loving and joyful bond with our humans." He encourages us to carry the lessons we've learned and the moments we've shared in our hearts. The author delves into the concept of unconditional love, which is at the core of the human-dog relationship. Sprout shares a touching quote from a beloved classic, "A loyal heart is a gift beyond measure, and in every wag of a dog's tail, there's a promise of unwavering devotion." He encourages us to cherish the love we receive from our humans and reciprocate it with our boundless affection. Sprout addresses the inevitable challenges that come with being a good boy. He reminds us that mistakes happen, and it's all part of the journey. He shares a personal story of the time he accidentally knocked over a vase, causing a mess. "Even in those moments, our humans still love us," he says. "It's not about being perfect, it's about being genuine, and that's what makes our bond so beautiful." The author wraps up this chapter with a heartfelt call to action. He encourages us to continue spreading joy and love, not just with our humans but with the world around us. He quotes a wise saying, "A wagging tail can brighten a gloomy day, and a friendly greeting can mend a tired heart." He urges us to embrace our role as good boys and good girls, making the world a better place one wag at a time. In closing, Brussels Sprout leaves us with a parting quote from the book, The Good Boy's Creed. In the journey of being a good boy, there are no final destinations, just a continuous path of learning, growing, and loving. Every day is a new opportunity to live our best Puppin life. And so, dear readers, as we conclude this guide, let's carry the spirit of being a good boy or girl, spreading love, joy, and kindness wherever we go. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful journey, and may your lives be filled with belly rubs, treats, and the boundless love that only a good boy can give. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you just watched, please support us by liking and subscribing. Make sure to enable notifications so you'll be the first to know when we release new videos.